Alrighty, we are live. Hello, hello, hello. Incredible greetings, everyone. Incredible greetings. Welcome, welcome, welcome in. Alrighty, let's go and find this live video on my page. Still hasn't popped up yet, so we gotta wait for that so that I can change. Oh, there we go. I just heard the notification. So let's go ahead and get that switched up to the right audience. I only have, well, now less than an hour because I have my own training session that I have to go to at 7 p.m. with I guess you would say, you shouldn't say coach, so it's, I guess, like you say, like a mentor, um but just a community that I'm in with like-minded individuals who are operating on a higher level, well, at or a higher level than like kind of where I'm at. And just good to kind of like just be in the room and just kind of feed off of their energy. And of course, the energy of the person that hosts the sessions. So that starts at 7. So I got to get this all done and wrapped up so that I am on time for, my own session that I pay for. Don't want to waste anybody. So let's go ahead and get this all set up. Oh, wait, this color, the lighting in here looks a little weird. It might be because I was moving this around. So give me a second. Let me clean this camera. Because the lighting was looking a little weird. Just a little bit weird. Okay, it looks a little better on this monitor. This monitor still looks a little funky, but it's okay. All right, so let me get this all shared out real quick, guys. Let me just get these all shared out, guys. So bear with me. As you guys, so now it should show up now that I've changed it. There we go. So as you guys come in, drop a hey, how you doing? So it's so funny. I realized I was watching this back in the car with MJ one day. It was one of the other videos, and it came up, and like when I'm driving and things like that is when I like to kind of listen back to my videos, like watch them, because I don't really listen to music in the car. So I'll listen to like my videos, see if I miss anything, kind of just checking pace. Like I just kind of check myself and like listen to my videos and stuff. And so MJ was in the car, and then I realized, I was like, oh wait, that is actually, I'm like looking at the screen like this, that's why I'm squinching at it. I'm like, that is actually really small. The part that says, hey creatives, as you come in, say hi and let me know who's watching. Give the video a like, share, tag a friend. Don't forget to also visit shop.hsing365.com. So I'm like, that issue small. Like if you're looking at it on your phone and like not on a computer, it's actually small. So I'm never thinking about it really, because I'm looking at it on my computer. And I actually fast forward. So I know that when I first come on, that I'm sharing, I have to share this video out. Like I say this in the beginning all the time, which this is your disclaimer that this is a live broadcast. So I have to like share it out. I have to wait for the algorithm to do its thing. So I'm always saying, the joys of the playback is you get to kind of fast forward past all this stuff and get to the good part. Well, I do. I do that to my own videos. I will fast forward it because I know that it's just the filler kind of words and just me talking while I'm trying to Lord have mercy, the face that it okay, I don't want to share with that. Like it had me look like this. I'm like, I don't want to share with that because I don't have a thumbnail today. But I do that. I fast forward past it. So I didn't really pay it any attention. And the other day I was like really paying attention. I'm like, you really can't see that part. Like the CTA or call to action. Like I'm telling you guys, come in, say hi, drop a hey, how you doing? Let me know where you're watching from. Like, share, tag a friend. And y'all probably not doing it because, girl, don't nobody got time to be trying to strain their eyes to read that crap. So, my bad. I'm going to figure out a better way of posting that because, like that, it really is Tanaichi. I mean, very, very, very Tanaichi. So, we definitely got to work on that part. But at the bottom, it does say, as you come in, say hi. Make sure that you like, share, tag a friend. What else it says? Say hi. Let me know who's watching. And it's supposed to say where you're watching from. Give the video a like, a share, tag a friend. And don't forget to visit, but of course, I don't want you to do that. I want you to stay right here. So I think I want to take that part out. It might make the other part seem a little bit bigger because I want you to know about the website that you can go there to take advantage of all of our amazing products and our classes. But I don't want you to do that like, when you come on, like, I don't want you to go to the website. I want you to stay right here and like, let's get in all of this great information. All right. So with that being said, let me go ahead and make it where this part isn't so long because I won't be able to stay on too long because I do have a training session that I have to go to. So let me just get this all shared out. All right. Can you guys see? I have no idea which group I just put this in. Are you guys able to see what the title is at least of this broadcast? Like the description show you, or are you able to see the title? Let me know. Put in the chat what the like what we're going to talk about today if you can see it. All right. So we are all shared out. So hello, hello, hello. Incredible greetings. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Robin, Jane, Deborah, LJ Walker. Incredible greetings. That's my city girl, period. Tuning in from Bahamas, Aquisha, how thou? So let me know if you guys can see what the title of or the topic of discussion is for this evening. And okay, so this is how I'll know if you can actually see it. Answer the question. So that's a little hint that the title of this actually poses a question to you. So I would like for you guys to go ahead and before I get into anything, if you can see, like you read the title, answer it honestly in the chat or in the live chat, in the comments. Go ahead and answer that question. If you are being truly, truly honest with yourself, how would you answer that? Waiting. While I'm waiting for you guys, so for those who have read it, or even if you're watching the playback of it, one of the things I want you guys to think about next, and like just typing that in if you're able to do it safely, hope you're not driving anything like that, is what is your, if you are a business. So, well, okay, you know what I'll do? I'll do my intro while you guys are answering that, right? So you can just kind of listen to probably heard it a million times. You don't really like really focus in on, you can focus in on like typing out your comment. So I am Shakia Lavelle Pericles. I am known to you guys as Shakia the Professor. I'm actually about to create another page that will have the Creative Professor, although there are some that would say that I am the dean of all things creative. And I like that. I do like that. I do like being the dean of creativity. But we have a company that's called HSINK 365. So HS Inc. 365. It is a shortened version of the product line. So it wasn't our original like name. And that's one of the things I have talked about, like in our creative business program, and just the name that you choose for yourself. Originally, we were Sillaholics Anonymous. Like that's like on the teaching side, and like how most of you guys know me, it was just Sillaholics Anonymous, which I think is a very unique name. When we were delivering packages and we didn't really have like, we didn't brand everything for like HS Inc. Or honestly speaking, when we would go to the post office, I'm like, oh, Alcoholics Anonymous. They would think like it was something like, like Alcoholics Anonymous and, all those different things. And so it would be a conversation piece. And although I love that name and I feel like it's very, very unique, it was really, really tied to somebody else's, like another brand. And so when we came out with our summation paper, I came up with that name, but I didn't really want to have, honestly speaking, be like the name. Also, I effed up and I did not secure the domain, honestly speaking. And somebody, because from when I launched it, like I didn't secure it right away. Like I went to go do it, and by the time I did it, like it wasn't even like that much time for me doing like my live video and like announcing the brand, I guess, because I did not secure it. Somebody actually took the domain, honestly speaking. And that's not something that's common. Like the way that I did is like a play on words. So somebody really was trying to force my hand. And I was like, baby, look here. Where there's a will, there is a way. And I was using the HS Sync 365. So I kind of just did that. But it also, like, they don't realize they helped me because it made more sense to kind of have that HS Sync 365 because we have so many things under that umbrella. Like we have like the regular HS Sync 365, we have HS Sync Digital, we have HS Sync Designs, we have HS Sync 365 Prints, 365 Creative Academy, was birthed from that. So whoever it was that took the domain, honestly speaking, they don't know that they did, like, I mean, that was like one of the greatest things for us. So our company name, and then we have all these different umbrellas underneath it. We have B-Bros 365 Enterprise, we have Zip Learning Co. Like all these fall under like the parent company. These are like separate entities underneath it. That's like my vision, to have like this whole big conglomerate. So they don't understand how much they like really turned on that that CEO had, and just thinking about building and scaling and things of that nature. But we are, like I said, our company is HS Inc 365. We have a product line that's called Honestly Speaking. That product line includes things like summation paper. That's like the best paper ever. It allows you to sublimate 365 degrees, 30 seconds, no butcher paper. You can use plain paper, bright white, still get amazing results. Our ink bottles, double the size of everybody else's. And so you get more bang for your buck because they're 140 milliliters. So you don't have to buy as much. The EcoTank printers, the ink lasts forever in those already. But getting 140 milliliters, it's good for you guys, bad for us, because people are not having to re-up on their ink as often, because we go with the bigger size. But it's better for you guys, like who I'm here to help, especially if you are like a newbie beginner and getting that ink like that. It's just a great investment. So definitely check that out. But we also have 365 Creative Academy, which is where we help you to unlock your creativity. Wide variety of classes and trainings. We have like on our website, HS Inc Digital, and just like so much. So that is kind of like our business. So that was just me kind of introducing myself. I help crafters, creatives, just unlock their potential, like unlock their creativity to meet whatever goals they desire. Some people have come to me and they're like, you don't understand how much you've helped me get out of a place of depression. I was dealing with grief. I was dealing with this, that, and the third. And like your videos and just like, you're always pushing us. It has really, really helped me. I'm not looking to really start a business right now. I just needed something to help me get out of my funk. And I just love the way that you kind of frame things, the way you teach it, the way you break it down, because they don't want to be frustrated with all these like mistakes and just not being able to figure things out, especially if you're trying to do this as a stress reliever or to ease your anxiety or to help you. It's like almost like a form of therapy. You don't want to be more stressed out by the process. So I've had so many people who are not interested in starting a business let me know that like just my teaching, like, paying my paid classes, not just the free stuff, has really, really helped them. But around the pandemic, and I kind of originally got into this like any creative, like I never was really big on business until the pandemic. And there were so many people who were trying to take their passion and monetize it to supplement income, when, the world was going crazy. Okay. And that's kind of when I really got into my, I should say, like coaching bag to help creators who want to turn into a business that birth our creative business program and things of that nature. So while today we are talking about business, um, I say business loosely because not everybody is ready to have this full-fledged structured business where you have the LLC or the S corp set up, or maybe even if I want to do a corporation. You don't have a website, and that's okay. Like my students know, I give them strategies on how to do this in an organized manner and not have to worry about having a website. But you do want to have systems in place. You want to have onboarding process in place, how you communicate with your customers, your time frame for communicating with them, the things that you're asking of them. Like these are things that I go through with my students when we have the creative business program. And we talk about this in pro calls during our creative lounge session. We had an amazing session yesterday. So yesterday was one of the days where I was a little on edge. So I was like, man, because I realized I stepped up because I was like, I think I said something to the effect of, y'all did a wrong, right? And I was like, oh, whoa, where did that come from? Like, that's not really how I wanted to talk to them. But at the same time, she was like, no, it's cool. Like, we get it. You're going to give it to us raw. But I didn't really mean, I was just dealing with a lot yesterday. So it's like, I have to also send my email to ask for forgiveness where the information that I gave was completely accurate. Like, we have to change our mindset, but that one little part was uncalled for. And so I have to, apologize for that one like little section, that one little slip up where, just my rough day got the best of me. But I still showed up for my session, even though I was having kind of a rough day. And they knew it was kind of rough because I didn't even turn on my camera. So, but I still showed up. But we talk about those things like in our creative line. If you're not, I'm telling you guys, if you are even considering at some point really monetizing this thing that you do as far as creatives and crafts, even if it's like, hey, I have my job now, I plan to retire in a few years, I'm trying to get my ducks in a row. If you are not a part of the creative lounge, shame on you. Like if you really are serious about having some form of success, I can't speak for any of the programs you've been in. I understand you may have been burned. The joy of this is you get to try it out for a month. If you like it, you can literally go through. So you sign up for the month to month, it's $36.50, and go through the content, see if it aligns with you, if it's helping you, what's there. And then you can decide to not renew it, or once you reach the end, you can switch over to something that's going to save you a little bit more money, like one of the monthly reoccurrings, or you can sign up for the 3-month reoccurring, but at least try it out for a month because we have some really great topics every single week. So we meet every single Monday at 6:30 p.m. and you have unlimited access to the playbacks. But anywho, today I'm going to talk to those who are aspiring to start a business, who are in business. Like right now, you're trying to build it, you're trying to get sales, right? So the question was, are you really? MJ does it to me all the time. Really? Are you really? So are you really doing everything that you can to get sales in your business? Okay. Or are you just kind of going through the motions and just hoping for some amazing results? So that's one of the things that we're going to talk about for like the next 30 minutes because I got a session at 7:00. Okay. So let's see. Okay, so some people did see it, and then I got a no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I haven't been doing anything at all to get sales. My answer is no, to be honest. Okay, so no. Aquisha, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. I think that you're being too critical of yourself and you're being too hard on yourself, because when I say, are you really doing everything you can in your business to generate business and get sales? I'm not asking you, like, are you actually getting sales? Are you putting in the work? And my dear, you are putting in the work. You are. It may not seem that way if you feel like you're not seeing the fruit of your labor right now, and like the sales are not like flowing in. But also ask yourself, are you really ready for sales to just flow in? Have you gone through that focus blueprint, figured out your scheduling and how many orders you can take per day, and just really have that set up? But I will say, from me, in you showing up to the sessions, the work that you have put out, I just saw hello, an amazing slate, some dog tags. Like, for someone who was struggling with like just finding your own creative voice and being able to put designs together, ma'am, you are making amazing, amazing strides. So I wouldn't say that you are not putting in the work for you to get sales. It's now like, okay, let's figure this out. We're putting in the work. Now, how do we go ahead and really ask for the sale, right? So there's a big difference in putting in the work and then asking for the sale. But I do feel like you are showing up for yourself and for Q3. Okay. Let me see. Crafters don't seem to understand the importance of uniqueness and creativity. Everyone's doing the exact same templates, exact same look, exact same items, leads to nowhere. I won't 100% agree with that, because you can duplicate things, right? So let's say shoes, sneakers. At the end of the day, they are kind of the same. Like, the style of it is the same. When it comes to dress shoes, they are pretty much the same. There are some shoes that look very, very similar. They still do this, like they do the same thing. They're on your feet. So it's like, it's not anything that's really unique or different in the way that they're made, the way that you cut shoes. Like, that process is going to be the same. The only difference might be a color, it might be the name, things of that nature. One person, one company, especially in this craft space, cannot service everyone. There's a lot of people that come across, oh my God, where have you been? I've been here 10 years. I am not one of the new crafters that came on via COVID. I've had my channel. And when people finally find me, it's like, where have you been all of my life? You're not going to always come in contact with every single person in every single city, every single state. Why it seems as if there's no originality, it's because crafters are spending way too much time in these groups where people are kind of like, that's where you want to see that at. You want to see a lot of people kind of sort of using or kind of like doing the same things, because it can drive you, it can push you, it can inspire you. You always want to try and maybe put a little tweak on it, but there's only so much tweaking you can do, right? So you might see it one way, you're going to do a little tweak. Your tweak, somebody else already thought about that tweak, and now it looks like your items are the same, but they're not, right? Not everybody has systems in place. Not everybody has help. Not everybody is strong in designing. Some people really focus on like the actual thing, whatever it is, like with it's summation, if it's, applying a design to a shirt, but not strong in designing. So they're going to rely on, some templates and some pre-made things to help them along the way. That way they can focus. Like, this is something I actually encourage my students to do, where if you know that, okay, designing, there's ways to be able to make money, there's ways to build your business. You shouldn't stress over designing, because there's some amazing designers out there. If you're trying to figure out business first. And then, as far as you being original, that can come later. So I can't say, I can't 100%, agree. We do want to you want to develop some uniqueness and just kind of find your voice. But in an industry like this, you're going to see a lot of the same, and it can work. Everybody can still be successful. It's about what you do with those templates, because everybody, not no two people will really market the same, have the same demographic. You can have someone where, because they're afraid to step out on faith, they don't want to be in the circles where people who have, more disposable income, and how do they reach them? How do they communicate with them? They're not willing to kind of do that. So they'll have that file, and one person is only reaching those who, their pockets aren't as deep, and then somebody else, there is a little bit deeper, but they still do like the design. So it's just, I get how it can feel that way, especially being in groups. And then everybody wants to be a content creator because that is a way to make money. So they're putting their content on Facebook, on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram. And because you're constantly searching these things, your algorithm are showing you these things over and over and over again. So it gives you the perception that it's oversaturated and like everybody's doing the same thing. So there's some truth to it in that is what's happening, but it's not that they're going to lead to like nowhere and like not have success, at least from my perspective. So I'm not doing everything possible. My thing is I do something to see I can accomplish it. And once it's done, once I've done it, selling it has been a big topic for me lately. What we talked about in the Creative Lounge was an excuse that I use because I'm honestly at a crossroad with what I truly want to do for me, or am I doing these things because it makes others happy? And we've talked about that. Which is why we tried to scale back. So I thought we were on a good path in doing I also kind of sort of, right? So like I understood your need to go more of the digital route versus the physical products. And I fully understand that. I did, we've had the discussion, which is not, not something new, had the discussion on the pace at which you did it, right? Did you rush into it? Did you really think about who you were serving with this? Like thinking about, and I'm always asking this, who is this for? How are you going to communicate this with them? How are you going to find them in creating, this digital product? So we kind of have some things to work through. If you feel like you're still struggling with that, then, make sure that you're speaking up in the next Creative Lounge session. That's like an open call session so that we can help you just kind of figure out, give you some real actionable steps on how to reach the audience for the things that you are creating now. See, I rushed into it. Just said that. So, I sense that, and the how fast you created that first one I was like, okay. And then how much stuff. So we've had this conversation, right? We've had this discussion on how much you have in there and kind of scaling back. It's like you kind of got excited about it and put a lot into it without thinking about how you would really market it. I am one where you guys know, I know it's not sexy. Trust me. I know. It's not sexy for me to say, take it slow, really figure it out. Y'all like the people that's going to fast talk you and say, get to the bag, get money. You can make 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures, Okay, do this. You got to do content. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to sell digital products. You got to sell transfers. You got to do this. You got to do everything under the sun. For graduation season, they're telling you to create this bundles that have grad fans, grad stoles, grad tumblers, grad socks, chip bags, Capri Suns, water bottle labels. What else? Oh God, cap toppers, shirts for the grad, for the family, yard signs. Trying to think what else, keychains. Baby, they got y'all creating some of everything, okay? Some of everything, and not really breaking it down to where it may seem cool or oh man, it's like they make your eyes get really big and, you can sell this bundle for, $300. But that is a mindset of if you're only doing 1, maybe 2, because what you have to do to facilitate an order with all these things, you had this bundle list, they want everything. Could you really handle 10 of someone wanting one of all? And like, you got to create the design, because on top of that, like someone says, all the same templates, right? So this is where you should be using the same template and you're not going to modify it at all. Like, other than changing their picture, their name, their colors, like it's exactly the same. And even with that, maybe limiting colors, like maybe you're not going to be, global or be nationwide. Look, I'm going to focus on the schools that are here because I can preset these up in the school, like the high schools that are in my area. And couple school districts, like for us, I could go in and look at the high schools for Miami-Dade County, Broward County, West Palm Beach, and schools in Monroe County, right? So that's like 4 different counties. Like, that's a lot without having to worry about the schools in Orange County, Orlando, or Orange County, freaking California. I don't care about those schools. There's 4 counties, like just in South Florida, like the Tri-County area. Like, that's it. Like, I don't have to look everywhere. I'm not even like going to like Tampa. It was at Collier County and Dade, Broward, Monroe, and West Palm Beach. 4 counties. Do you know how many high schools are within those 4 counties that, like, yo, I can lock in, attack it. I can already have these colors set. Are you going to get every single senior? No, you're not going to be able to handle every single senior. You got one heat press. You got one 8.5 by 11 Epson printer that prints slow as molasses. So you're not going to be able to service everybody. So you're creating these bundles, and look, I am so off topic, Lord Jesus. Off topic, but on topic. But I guess that would be, it's on topic, but different from my approach, because that would be one of the things of like, are you really doing everything to get sales? And trying to do everything and not really focusing can prevent you from getting the sales that you desire. But there's a lot of crafters who are nothing more than crafters, who have turned into coaches, who are not, have not, are not doing any of the things that they teach you. They're not in the hustle and bustle of actually making the things and being stressed out. They can go and teach it to you one time, and they are not actually doing the thing. They are making money simply off of telling you that you can do it, and they're not doing it themselves. That ain't me. Because your girl be these are some of the messed up ones, okay? Y'all have seen, which I like my mess ups because I teach. Like, these are like from like actual like orders. Y'all have seen me do yard signs. Y'all have seen me do fans. Actually, I just was dealing with some fans and stuff. So I'm like dealing with like orders, and I know that it is too much to try and design it. I've seen people when they teach you to design, they have one design and then it's for something else. They are squishing it and like and it's all distorted. And like, okay, just throw that on put that on like the little, what they call it, the little treat box or grad box, and they're just taking the design and just squishing it to. It was made for a long shirt. You're putting it to a square. Okay, well, take that, put that in a circle. The names are cut off. The school is cut off. The picture's cut off. And they're just like, okay, create one template and then just make that work for 30,000 things. Maybe that's not how that goes. Okay. We can use the same elements. For me, I'm always making sure that it fits the different, like the different sizes. Some things are long, some things are tall, some things are round, like some things are square. It's not all universal. But because they don't do it, and to have to deal with like taking these designs and like switching them around like all the time, even if you are using like what's some girl Shannon from Innate Labs, if you use like Photoshop, she has, I think it's called like an automator or something like that, to where it's like a Photoshop like kind of like big template, and you have a lot of smart objects, and once you do with it, but then that takes up a lot of space, trying to go from like file to file, then for it to render and for everything to catch up. That takes like, it's it ain't as easy as like these little 15-minute videos and these little challenges makes it out to be. Like, they're not giving you the real. But everyone that has ever taken a class with me, I'm gonna give you the good, the bad, the ugly, and the exciting, the You're going to feel so accomplished. You're not going to be stressed because they're going to teach you all this stuff, but then they're not giving you the real on it because guess what? Most of them cannot. They cannot because they're not actually doing it on a daily basis. They are making their money simply off of teaching, and that's it, right? So I had told something like on one of the lives, I said, look, this year, as much as look, baby, your girl is good. Okay, hold on. Let me pop my own collar real quick, okay? Because your girl out here, your girl out here working with some skills, okay? Don't get me wrong. Baby, I got the skills to pay the bills when it comes to some stoves. Now, I'm not one that does all that extra, hurrah, hoorah, hoorah with the stoves. I'm like, I like it to just represent the graduate and not be, I don't like to do team too much. So, she was a dual enrollment, high school and college. So you know what I did? Bam, it is double-sided, okay? Got 2 for the price of one graduation wear and then wear like the other one, okay? And I mean like a wham, okay? And a wham. So, your girl got some skills. Baby, your girl got some skills. But you know what I'm not doing this year? Other than, where did this ink come from? Other than the few people that I committed to last year, and they asked me about doing them. Oh, I thought I took this off. And they asked me about them. Those are the only stoves that I'm doing. The only thing that as in HS Ink 365 prints, the only thing that HS, and this is actually a parent that ordered 2. She had a kid that was graduating from college, and we did his first from Duke. And then we had her other nephew, one of them. But bam, 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 bam. And it just had like all of his and so it was real simple. Like why does this keep popping up? Okay, hold on. I thought I got rid of that. Okay, there we go. So, but your girl nice with it, okay? I'm not doing stoves this year. I am doing yard signs and fans and tumblers because that's just kind of like my thing. I like to always kind of upsell with the tumblers. I think that's like just a really good keepsake. I have some other items which will be like upsell, but as far as like the things that I'm actually marketing and putting out there for grass season, I'm focused on yard signs and fans, and that's it. Like I don't even want to do shirts, if I'm being totally honest. I don't want to do shirts at all. Let somebody else do it. I will create designs. I have no problem creating designs, selling you the release to it. You can take it to somebody else and let them create this shirt. That way everything is cohesive. But I have no desire to really do shirts or graduation stoles this year. No desire. I'm only focusing on those 2 things. I remember like just me going back to before I started adding all those things. Fans took me, baby, the way that I was booked and busy on fans, oh my gosh, because the way that I make my fans, once people see that and the quality that is not just a piece of paper with a stick on it, the orders come in. I mean, I had one family where they saw my fan at like how our graduates are kind of clustered together. They saw it and she's like, I don't care how much it costs. She's like, I have a few fans. I need a fan like the one that I saw because I've always put my information in the back, and she contacted me and she's like, whatever it is. She was like, my next child, because they were twins, but they went to 2 different schools because of like magnet programs and stuff. She was like, the other one graduates in 5 days. If you can get me these fans, I'll pay whatever. Oh, baby, your girl is on it. Okay, your girl is on it. So I say all that like you don't have to do everything, people. You really, really, really don't have to do everything. Okay. I know, right? So that would be a lot. Doing the bundles. It's okay to take me there. Trying to stay focused. Look here. If you are struggling with staying focused and really like figuring out what your vision is, if you have not gone to our website, shop.hsing365.com and gotten the focus blueprint, I don't know what you're waiting on. When I get off this call in 10 minutes to go to my training session, I'm gonna need you to go to the website shop.hsinc365.com. Scroll down, you're gonna see I need you to get that focus blueprint. We are now on the portion of goal segmentation, and then the next orientation is going to be kind of breaking down goal mapping, and then we're going to get into support and accountability for like all of these things. But I'm kind of breaking it down because I know y'all are busy, and you know it's Valentine's and Black History Month and all that kind of good jazz. So hold on one second. I vowed to like not put my family on hold. Hold on. Okay, don't know what happened with my dad's phone. That was my dad. So if you don't know, my like some people know, my dad ended up having his leg amputated. So I try not to like, um, especially when it comes from my aunt's phone, like make sure that I answer it because I don't know like what's going on with my dad. So I make sure I answer those calls. So I do apologize for that. But what was I saying? Oh, head on over to shop.hsinc365.com and get the focus blueprint because it's going to really, really help you keep focus. Okay. Let's see here. I get so tired of my mama sending me those reels from those kinds of coaches because it's from a good place because my mom does the same thing, right? Just kind of telling me like, oh, this is what they, and I'm like, I'm really kind of doing my own thing, but it's because they show up a lot, right? So I get it. Know that it's coming from a good place, just that you know better. So yeah. Um, in my area, people specifically say, I want a different design. They don't want shirts looking exactly like someone else's. And they are at the same graduation. Well, hopefully you are charging for that. If you are literally giving every single person that you make a shirt for in your area a totally and completely different design, I hope that you are charging a really good design fee because one of a kind cost. People think because you're a crafter with it, like they don't have to pay, one of a kind prices. But in the grand scheme of things, when you look at society as a whole, things that are rare, things that are one of a kind, they are prices. People are paying a lot of money for that. So if they want that, then they have to be willing to pay for that. If they don't want to pay for that, it's different because it got your baby face on it. Okay. It's different because it has your baby's name on it. Y'all may not be sitting next to each other at graduation. Who gonna see? Who cares? Are all y'all going to the same after party, the same restaurant? And even if you did, who cares? Guess what? Your child is going to have on the same cap, the same gown, the same stole, the same whatever, like at graduation. So why is it an issue? At least that's for me. They can tell me they want a different shirt all they want to. These are the options, okay? This is how business should be something that you can reproduce multiple times, unless you are going to truly charge one of a kind, rare prices. If not, you're going to be spinning your wheels and making no money. Like you're going to be making no money, okay? Someone says popular stuff. She says, well, worth it, buy it. What is a good design fee? I cannot answer that for you because I don't know what your skills are. So for basic things like that don't take a lot of times I am taking pieces and elements from other things. My lowest possible one where it's a simple design is $25.63. I have obituaries without any printing that start off at $203.65. I have logos that start off at $175.63. I have designs that I have made for shirts where they're just paying for the designs and it's $75. It all depends on the elements, how much time it's going to take. If it's something that I can then make into something that I can resell and it can be a template, but if it's one of a kind, I also have a separate fee that they have to pay because they want that released to them, and I cannot use it at all. When I'm creating, basically like, it's not white label, like if I'm, let's say like if I'm ghost writing or ghost designing, like I'm kind of creating it and it's for someone's brand and they just don't want to know like somebody else kind of created it. I've had some of those that have been upwards of $500, upwards of $1,000. So it just really, really depends on what it is that you are making. There are times where I will design like their main design so I can get all the elements, know exactly what font I'm going to use for their names, things of that nature. And now that cost can be kind of offset in the fact that, okay, they didn't just get like a tumbler. They didn't get like a shirt. Like I'm able to kind of, although it's not just resizing it to fit it, I have the same elements. I just have to rearrange it. So it just depends. So yeah, if somebody wanted like just a tumbler and that's all you're going to get, that tumbler is going to seem very expensive because you're going to pay for that design fee and you're going to pay for that tumbler. So I have had tumblers, regular 20-ounce tumblers, where the final invoice price for one tumbler, a 20-ounce, not a 40-ounce, has been over $75 because of the design that they wanted for that one tumbler. I don't care. You guys thinking of, oh, it's just a tumbler. I only paid $8 for it. It's a blank. It's the value. What is the value of it? Charge your worth. Everybody's worth something, but how much value does that customer put into that to where because of the design that was on, it was sentimental to them, and then just what a tumbler does. It didn't have to be a 40-ounce to be that amount. I've literally charged in their final invoice between design and actually getting it done, and even rush fee has been over $75 because technically $75.63. So I can kind of say it's over $75. So it just really, really depends. I didn't think of that's what I am here. See, this is, and you know where you get more of this at in the Creative Lounge. It's $25.63 if you do a recurring every month, or you can do month to month at $36.50. You can do 3 months for $73.65. So every 3 months you'll pay that, whatever. But this is the type of damn, I didn't think about that you get every single week, every single month. If you are in the room, and it's a lot better because it's like straight dialogue, you can unmute and talk to me, but I don't give you the generic stuff that you can find online. Like a lot of these other things are just generic things. It's like for some, I'm not going to say it's not a gym. To someone who does not know, it's a gym, right? But it's like real surface level. Like, let's really, really get down to the thing. Let's change our mindset. Let's think about some things that's stopping us. That mindset that you have to give them a brand new design every single time, it's what's going to keep you stuck, booked and broke, okay? You're going to be booked, busy, and broke because you're going to be putting in too much time where you can be using that time for something else. You cannot save both. You can't save time and you can't save time and money at the same time. You got one has to be sacrificed. So while you are taking up all of this time on that one order, trying to figure out what to do, and it's just for one item, but you're still charging $10, $15, whatever. Oh, because it's just a tumbler. It's just one shirt. They're not going to pay me $50 to just design one shirt. They're not, because you're not demanding it. You're not asking for that. You're not putting that out there as your prices. So you don't know what someone will pay because you are so scared and so stuck because you're listening to people that are telling you these nice little prices and da 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 da. So for me, now I will say there's a lot of people that feel like my classes are not high enough, but I also know my audience. So it's not a lot of crafters who have had some success. They have a lot of disposable income. A lot of my audience are those who are just starting out. And it's like, okay, I barely scraped up enough. And thank God for Sezzle, Klarna, Afterpay to where I can break these things up, baby. My money is short, but I really, really want to do this. I have a lot of different classes and a lot of opportunities that you can learn from. So because I'm not like a one-hit wonder and I have a bunch of different things, I keep them affordable because I also want you to focus on the classes and the information that you need. I don't try to compile everything into one to where you're trying to figure out, should I watch this? Should I watch that? You're not I may have a class or have a video or have something that doesn't align with your goals. Now I'm knocking you off track because you're trying to keep up with all of that. Nope, not me. So I do keep it kind of affordable, right, for each class. But like for some, they've taken multiple classes of mine, and baby, I have one person, I actually have a few people that have over 80 classes that weren't just under one little price. Like it's 80 classes and they're paying for those. Some classes have been 15, some have been 5, some have been 100, some have been $500. Like our creative business program was $500. And there's people that signed up for that and they're also in other classes. So while for me, it's different in my business model. Like I have the ability to serve more people without it exerting more energy, or I'm not using my hands. Like I can go and teach something like right now, and I'm teaching it to a multitude of people. So like if everybody on here was to drop $1 in my Cash App, it's like, okay, I'm making, I can go and make 50, 60, 70 bucks, even drop $1 in my Cash App, right? Because I'm teaching to the masses, everybody that may come across this. On average, I have videos that reach, like 500,000 people. If all 1,000 of those people, those views just dropped $1, like not a whole lot, I'm able to make $1,000, right? So I can make money easier doing that way if people actually did that, which, they don't. It's okay to, you don't have to have a lot. Like it's like, okay, drop something. If you think about everybody as a whole and everybody that I helped that this video may help, if everybody literally dropped $1 at HSINK365, little shameless plug, hey, those things add up. But the main thing of my business that I put a lot of effort into is the teaching, and I'm teaching to more than one person, like from the same content. Whereas if you make a shirt, you make a tumbler, it's just to one person. So it is slightly different in that. Okay. Oh, she says, and you teach so well. Thank you so very much for that. Okay. So I know I had so many things that, we were going to discuss, but tomorrow is my day for live videos. I will be live promptly at 10. Is it 10 or 11? I think it's 11 a.m. tomorrow. I also do a live in the evening, and we will stay right here in this topic because there were some things that I wanted to discuss, but it's 7 o'clock and I do want to show up for the things I pay for. I'm dropping my money. So I definitely need to show up, but I got, I have my notes here. So one of the things just are you showing up is I'll just kind of give you these real quick talking points, and we'll go over these tomorrow. And my creative loungers know that we've gone over this focus blueprint. Really, we've gone over some of these things. So taking a self-assessment of what it is that you're doing. Well, hold on. Before I say that, I said it a little bit and I kind of brushed over it. But when I asked the question or the title of this, are you really doing everything you can to get sales in your business? It's not about like posting to social media, like going and actually getting the sales. What is the prep work that you are doing? What systems are you setting up? Have you really narrowed down what is units that you can focus on and you can be successful in that, and you're not all over the place? One of the best things that you can do as a crafter or a creative that wants to monetize this is learn to say no, for one. right, to all of these ideas and trends and learn skills, right? Are you learning trends? Are you learning how to make like one product, or are you learning skills? One of the things that's like really, really popular were the custom TV trays. And people were kind of looking at that as okay, just making the trays. And that's where their thought process stopped, right? But if you took the time to really focus in on the skills to make this custom tray, in epoxy application, what were the thing, like what techniques could you have done, or what worked to where you did not have all these bubbles and you didn't spend time like popping them or heating them up, or just learning the skill of okay, I know that if I'm working epoxy, I have to do this, so I can take my skills that I learned. This may have been the first time that I did epoxy, but you know how many things that you can use, because most of them probably got that big gallon that's way too big. So now you have all this epoxy, A and B parts. What else can you do with that, right? So you're learning the skill of epoxy. You're learning the skill of applying vinyl to a flat surface. You're learning the skill of designing. So I teach you to operate in learning skills and not just trendy products or projects or like trendy crafts. So like that's what I mean by, are you really showing up? Are you doing what you need to do? Are you learning skills? Taking a self-assessment? Are you maximizing your tools and resources? Are you being consistent in what you're doing and showing up for your business? If it's like next month, let's say next month, y'all, or March, one of these months, like coming up, we're going to be talking a lot about Chat GPT. So I purposely, if you look at like my description for this one, I put the hashtag on there, Chat GPT, right? Because you might need that help yes, you might be eloquent at writing and things, but that time is money. There are now so many resources that's going to cut down time in certain areas. Like these are low level tasks and they don't really need a lot of your time. Like use the resources that are there, like Chat GPT. So I left that pretty much exactly how Chat GPT gave it to me, with all of the little icons. Now, for me, I use it as a resource to just help me quickly write things, but I'm normally feeding it so much information, but putting it in there, make sure that my grammar is correct, because I am notorious. My mom hates it where I will post something and it looks like, girl, she'll call me, Shakia, go check your post. Or somebody, Shakia, you messed up already, go back and check your post. So I'm like, now, look, I have my built-in grammar checker, spell checker. I'm going to take my post or have I type it in a lot of times, put it in Chat GPT, let them rewrite it. But now Facebook also has it where they can rewrite your stuff. Canva, like AI is everywhere. So you should be utilizing it. So how efficiently are you using your tools and resources like Chat GPT? So check out the description that's there. Is there something like stands out to you? It catches your attention. If you're not using Chat GPT, you want to join the Creative Lounge, because we are going to dive into like how to make Chat GPT work for you. Okay. And then of course, the one thing that you guys were probably thinking about when I asked, are you really doing everything you can to generate sales for your business, is the engagement and utilizing social media and making posts and making content. You need to learn how to make content, but you don't want to spend so much time on it and almost to where you're becoming a content creator. Like I will say it all the time, I am not a content creator by any stretch of the imagination. I don't, because I'm not looking to make money off of that and just to monetize it. And that's like where I'm making money off of just the content. Those are the ones that spend a lot of time, and there's the angles and they have multiple phones and they're going to put it down and pretend like they're walking past it. They put their phone up in a store and then they're walking past and they got to come back and you got to, that ain't me. I'm not a content creator. I use content to help push my messaging, to push my business. I do it in a way where that doesn't now become its own full-time job. So if you're looking to be a content, I'm not the person. I can help you and they can attest to it. I've given strategies. I've given help on how you can set up your social media, how to repurpose things and constantly use posts almost like they're an ad. So I can help you with that. But just sitting here, just creating a bunch of content that takes away from you doing the thing that like what your vision is based upon, I'm not going to be the one. Like if you want to do that, maybe create the content, get an editor. Make sure that you're making enough money to hire an editor and let them do that part, because your job is not to be a content creator if you're trying to build a print shop business or a keepsake business, or like y'all say, a craft business. But that's all the time I have for today. Be sure to come back tomorrow. I'm going to stick to my points, hopefully. Yeah, I'm going to stick to my points tomorrow. Okay. And we're going to go through this list for you to really take an assessment on what it means to really be doing everything that you can for your business, so that you don't feel stuck, you're not overwhelmed, you're not ready to pull out your edges. So if that's something that you would like to kind of talk about and dialogue about, join us tomorrow. Join me tomorrow here on, it won't be on Sillaholics Anonymous. If you're on YouTube, check your little icon. If it's the Sillaholics Anonymous one, we won't be on there. I'm going to be on my Facebook page. I'm going to try and set up my Instagram like with my phone, and definitely my Honestly Speaking YouTube platform. Okay. So until next time, guys, have a great one. Visit shop.hsa365.com. So definitely I'm going to drop the links in there. 1 month, guys. Just give me 1 month. That's all I'm asking. Give me 1 month to give you game that's going to transform your mindset, your thinking, your business. 1 month in the Creative Lounge. You can take that month to go through the things that are there. If you are trying to figure out how to do like which method of should you use for shirts, design programs, we've got like DTF, like we've just gone through so many different things. Give me 1 month. Go, the link should be in the description. If not, just come back, check the comments. I'm going to do it while I'm in class. 1 month, $36.50, all it takes. Give up. What can you give up? That's $36.50. Or what can you sell? Get online right now, make that sale, make that whatever the supplies is, plus $36.50 to pay for your first month of it, of Creative Lounge, and join us on next Monday. But definitely come back tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so we can really break this down. Until next time, guys, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.